Hey guys, I'm back. Thanks for watching my first video on the equipment. In this next video here, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the pricing, our packages, the discounts you can get, stuff like that. We'll talk about that first. And then we'll go right into, some operational stuff on the equipment. I'll talk a little bit about our software, Edge, and a little bit about our mobile apps. So let's go ahead and move forward. As far as the equipment goes, I know I talked about the individual pricing in the last video, but we offer some volume discounts on bulk orders. So you're qualified when you reach 24 to 49 units to get a $25 discount on each battle rifle that you purchase. You'll get a $50 discount on the XL. Obviously, the BRM is already discounted, so there's no discount there. The second volume discount starts at 50 to 100 units, and gives you a $50 discount on the Battle Rifle Pro and $100 off the XL. So for any packages or to set up a bid, look, just contact me. I can go through with that with you. Sorry, one of the guns just ended there. Just provide me with your shipping address and I'll get you something tangible for your cost. So the most common package for someone who is serious about running a successful mobile laser tag operation is usually about 16 to 24 units for someone who's doing like a mobile laser tag business where they're bringing the guns on a location to a backyard party or a corporate event or something like that. And again, you could have more, but that's the standard startup for someone who's just starting into doing a mobile operation, introducing the product into their business, stuff like that. So if you're building or you're adding this to like an indoor or an outdoor fixed location, then it really comes down to the square footage that you're going to be using in regards to how many units you're going to need. But most operators can comfortably fit about probably 32 to 60 players in their armories at one time. As an example, we have about a 7,000 square foot arena, both levels. It's an upper and a lower level, and it's about 7,000 square feet or so. And we can comfortably fit close to 32 to 40 players in our arena at one time, and in the armories. So that's kind of the standard when you have a large tactical laser tag arena and a brick and mortar location. Is you can get more taggers, provide more revenue for your business. Obviously, the more guns you have, the more money you can make, right? So let's talk a little bit about the operations of the equipment. There is a couple different ways you can use our gear. The first is a really simple kind of way you can use it, an offline version. It's our admin feature where you'd hold the mode button down on our gun and then it'll bring you into like a referee mode. So basically what you'll do is you'll designate one of your taggers out of the box to be an administrator, which will control the games and allow you to give the gun itself the knowledge it needs to operate. So prior to an event, you can pre-configure these guns as well with the admin. So for instance, if you have a table lined out in a mobile party, you could have 10 guns over here on the red team, 10 guns over here on the blue team. You can put them into certain game modes right away and then start the games up for the players and they'll be good to go. So you'll never have to mess around with the firmware during gameplay or during your event. And some mobile operators do that. They keep it simple. They set the guns up on a free-for-all mode and then let the kids go out and shoot each other for 2 hours. And then we have operators who have understood the equipment more. They've learned the functionalities and they want to do things that are more intricate, to create different gaming experience and play capture the flag and team battle and domination and things like that during the mobile party. So don't get me wrong, it's not, the gun's designed to make it, to keep it as simple as you want and to make it as hard as you want, so that's a really cool standout feature of our equipment, I think, is that, you can make it as easy and intricate as you need to. So with the admin feature, basically your referee or your game host can use the admin. During games, they can use cool features like, they can change game modes, they can change team colors on the fly, give little Johnny a new weapon type if he wants. He gets bored with the heavy machine gun and he wants a sniper rifle. With one pull of a trigger, you can send a signal to his gun through IR and give him a different weapon type. This is all without using software, keep in mind. So you can do things like penalize a player, add a life to a player. If you see little Johnny's getting his butt kicked and he's not having any fun, you can add some life to him so that way he enjoys the experience more, so on and so forth. So, and then also you can start and end the games with the admin too. So this seems to be the most common way for some mobile operators who just want to keep it simple while starting out like the beginning period of their operation, while they're learning the functionalities of the system, the equipment, so on and so forth. Now, although this is a more affordable startup cost, I want you to keep in mind that it's going to limit the functionalities of your laser tag operation if you don't use software. So that's very important. All right, so that's the admin mode. Now, the other way that you can use our equipment is obviously through software. I think that we have one of the coolest softwares in the laser tag industry as far as its versatility, being able to do so much with it, as an advantage to your business. So to use our software Edge, that's the name of it, all you're going to need is an isolated network via Wi-Fi access point that's going to allow you to connect to like a centralized scoring system. Your laptop will run the games, it'll show scores and stats, and provide an easier way to operate the system without having to like input everything manually. Okay, this is a sandbox game system for the operator to create their in-game armories, drag and drop players to different teams, show rankings for individual and team gameplay in your arena or during your party, so that's something that you can do with the Edge software. The best part, I think, about this software is the ability to really create your own game scenarios. So you can create your own game scenario, you can name it what you want, and you can play it anytime with one click of a mouse. So that's a really cool feature of Edge as well, is creating your different game modes, saving them, playing them, and even having your customers create a different game scenario for you where you can use the utility boxes with software, or create a different character with our headsets, or different game scenarios. So that's a really cool feature with Edge. So just so you know, Edge is a subscription-based software that requires a semi-annual or an annual licensing fee. We have Edge Seasonal, which is going to give you a product key for Edge for about 6 months. That costs $599.99. We have Edge Pro, which will basically give you some the same features as Edge Seasonal, but it's for a whole year. So Edge Pro is going to be $999.99 for the year. And then we have our newest software feature to Edge, which is called our Enemy's Edge software. Now, this does all the things that Edge Pro does, but it also includes the access to our new software that allows your wireless headsets to become an enemy for like haunts or zombie shoots. Enemy's Edge is $1599.99 for the year, so $1,600. Basically, you're paying Edge for a year, and then you're paying $599 for the zombie headset software. Occasionally, depending on the situation, we may or may not provide like a trial license to test out the software, to see if this is like a viable option for your operation. But normally that's not needed, because people are very intrigued by it. So we're going to provide the hardware that you need to set up your network. We provide ubiquity access points, Cat5 cables, router, a long-range access point that we can configure to Battle Company systems. So you're going to need this hardware package as well to set up everything you need for your network to communicate with the guns. So the hardware package is $579.99 or $580, I guess you could call it. So those are the prices that you'll pay to run the software on an annual basis. But the hardware package obviously is just a one-time fee. So also included with Edge is some really cool audible built-in sound integration. So during games, you're going to have like pre-recorded referee directions, like blue team captured the flag, or red team has 5 lives remaining. So the audio will talk a little bit. There's over 2,000 sound effects with our equipment, including the audio and the software. And so I think that's a really cool feature, is, during gameplay, getting those directions. People understand what it is they need to do. They can hear, if they're down during the game and they need to catch up as far as the kills go, and so on and so forth. So that's a really cool additional feature of the software. You can also purchase our audio pack. It's an additional fee. I'm not sure what the price is quite yet, or how we're going to integrate it, but we have an audio pack that you can buy to download to the SD card of the gun, and then obviously you get different sound features in Edge as well. So it's basically music tracks. We hired a professional composer to come in and actually compose some different musical tracks that keep up with today's gaming market. So as an example, if you're playing like a King of the Hill game or a team battle or a domination game, you might use like a tactical upbeat music versus where if you're doing an infection game or a VIP game, you might have something more subtle that you use for your music in the speakers in your arena. So we've created an opportunity for you to be able to just purchase something, so you don't have to do that on your own. And I think it's definitely worth purchasing that. We use it in our arena. It's really cool. It creates a live video game atmosphere. Hearing different sounds and music. It creates that really cool adrenaline rush when you're playing a game. So that's the audio features of Edge. Look, in-game audio creates a high adrenaline experience during gameplay, and it really gains the attention of like the teenagers and the adults that are going to be playing, those players, and it makes the games more exciting. As you can't always hear someone coming up behind you when there's music, so it creates a different experience during gameplay. Just to cover something for you. You do not need a high-end laptop to use Edge. You don't need Wi-Fi or the internet to use our system. As I told you before, you can still use the equipment out of the box with the admin feature, okay? And you'll do just fine, all right? However, be mindful that if you do not use the software, that you take away some functionalities of this equipment, it's going to be a disadvantage down the road to you. Okay, and it's going to become a limitation to your business. So the complexity of the games that are capable with this system in terms of sounds, features, the game types, it's going to hit your customers' needs for variety, and it's going to create an awesome, enjoyable time for all ages. So make sure you use this software. We put a lot of, hundreds and thousands of dollars into this software to develop it, and we work with different teams overseas and stuff like that, our development team, to make sure that it's satisfactory. And Aaron's gone through different versions, and we've upgraded this software. In fact, we just released Edge 2.5, which is now our new current firmware that adds some additional features to Edge. So we're always innovating and coming up with new things to maximize the laser tag industry, to help you as a business owner to create a different experience each time for your players, and to make more money, using our software. So that's Edge. Let's get into talking a little bit about our new mobile applications. Our mobile app is called CallSign, and then we also have a business mobile application that's called Edge Terminal. So let's talk about CallSign first. CallSign is the world's first mobile application that allows for an ultimate social experience for the user. This is the coolest thing in the laser tag industry. It's one of the first mobile apps. For the business owner, this app will allow a player to choose a username, create a profile pic, just like a Call of Duty lobby or the modern video game. They're going to be able to input their information. So you'll have their email and their location. So in the future, you'll be able to communicate with them if you want to do, a double experience points night, or you want to do an open play somewhere else at a different location. You'll be able to contact them and send them, advertising and stuff like that. So just to, keep them up to date with what you're doing in the business. So the number one reason this is a benefit to you is it's going to increase the replayability and bring repeat business. All right. It's going to help the players interact with the game in a lot of different, unique ways. Some examples that CallSign offers are like the ability to rank up. You're going to be able to acquire like new weapon types during the games. You can get experience points. You can use perks, reward streaks, and cash in on reward different achievements and stuff like that. Also, you can use this to advantage of your business. And little Johnny gets 100 kills, and he can get a free soda or something out of your concessions. This is something for the business owner that you can use to really bring a lot of people back into the business, and have them add to their individual statistics and so on and so forth. So CallSign can be used to check stats after gameplay, either outside of your business or inside the business, or repeat players that come back can connect online during gameplay to their profile, and they can use their cell phones as a larger HUD display during mission-based games in your arena. So it creates a larger LCD screen. You can see GPS, where your damage is coming from. There's a way to communicate to other players, stuff like that. So there's some really cool features that you can use when you use your phone as a HUD display during gameplay. Obviously, the idea behind this is that a player will be encouraged to come back to your facility. The idea behind that is, look, you're creating individual stats. So basically, what they're doing is they're creating a character or an avatar, that they can add to their kills and their accuracy and kill death ratios, just all the things you're going to see in like a Call of Duty lobby when you're done playing, and it shows where you're ranked, whether you ranked up or you prestiged, in other words. So this is really going to bring a reality to the modern video game for the players, get them off the couch, get them into your facility, and be able to create that same experience that they would have playing all these first-person shooter games like Rainbow Six and Call of Duty and Black Ops and Halo, so on and so forth. So that's CallSign. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Edge Terminal. Edge Terminal is basically it's a remote control for Edge. It's a remote control for the gaming system. It has certain functions to manage equipment, assign players, run games, stuff like that. The norm with using Edge Terminal is a lot of our operators, even ourselves, we use iPads or tablets. We have them on stands that are ready and available for players when they come in. They pay for their session. The customers then create their username right away, and Edge Terminal will assign them into like an on-deck position for getting into the next group play. So once this assignment is given, the game host is basically going to see who's on deck, when a gun is particular player, what gun a particular player is assigned to, and the player is going to see their name that they created on the LCD screen once they get into the armory. So in our armory, we separate people in the different sides. They go into the armories where the guns are there. It's all lit up and pretty. And they look on the LCD screen and they can see their names. So if I'm a new player, I come in, I create the name Master Chief. Well, I'm going to look for Master Chief on my LCD screen. So I think this is really cool because as a player, especially if you're new, it creates like what's the word? It creates a individual feeling that like this is my gun. These are going to be my stats. I'm going to be achieving, and so on and so forth. So that's something that's really cool, to create the adrenaline rush for the player and some excitement. So that's Edge Terminal. Now, you can't run a whole operation just using a tablet or Edge Terminal. This is a remote for the centralized scoring system that makes it easier for the admin or the game operator to view what's going on before the games are played. So that's something that's very important. You need to have an Edge license in order to use Edge Terminal, as they coincide with each other. So both CallSign and Edge Terminal are free applications on Play Store for Android or Game Center for Apple that you can download to a phone or a tablet. All right. So that's a lot of the software and mobile apps and stuff like that. So let's talk a little bit about some of our accessories. So the first accessory I want to talk about, obviously, is the best accessory of our business. It's this awesome wireless headset. Battle Company has manufactured one of the most comfortable and innovative head sensors anywhere in the laser tag industry. This is a new design. It's, as you can see, it's rubberized. It's adjustable. Okay, you can adjust it. We're working on some different designs on this as well that I can't speak of right now, but we're always innovating, like I said, so we're coming up with new things. This is very lightweight. It's easy to wear on your head. Okay, a player simply will put this box in the back of their head. They'll put the headset on like so, and then they'll be able to see. Players will be able to see when they get hit as this blinks and flashes. So players can kind of see if they received a hit on a player. As you can see too, it has a 4 sensors all the way around it. Okay, so there is a 360-degree perimeter due to the 4 stationary sensors around the headset, and our wireless head sensors can receive damage. So you can also give damage as well. So you can use in different game modes. You might use like a splash damage or chain reactive explosives or a shoot through damage, where if I'm wearing the headset, you shoot me, it goes through my sensor out the back, and it might hit someone behind me, or a radioactive headset where you blow up everything around you, so there's all kinds of different things that we've integrated with this headset. So during gameplay, a player's headset will blink or it'll flash. Okay, I'll kind of show you a little bit of the flash here. Let me turn this on here real quick. Let me grab a gun. I'll show you here. Oops, gotta reset this gun real quick. Okay, so I'm going to turn the headset on. You see it's blinking, okay? So as you can see, I'm hitting this, all right? And that's the ultra bright LED, okay? So that's what you're going to see when it flashes. A player, you're going to know that you hit them, and then when they die, it will actually, it's a death light, and it'll stay lit. So I, as an opponent, if I shoot you, will know that if your headset has continued to stay lit, I don't need to shoot you anymore. You're dead. You need to go respawn and get yourself back into the game. So that is during gameplay how you use the headset. Another really cool way to use this headset, if you're a current subscriber to our Enemy's Edge software, is by turning these headsets with one click of a mouse into a zombie mode. This is really cool feature to our headset. It's something that we've added due to the haunt industry really taking appeal to our equipment. The haunt industry was kind of an untouched market for us. We did some trade shows, and we created some attractions. So now we've built this zombie headset software. Basically, your actors or volunteers or your staff for haunted houses or Halloween events are going to be able to wear just a headset, and without having a gun, all right, they're going to be able to emit damage to players within a certain range. So the headset's going to give off a ping every couple of seconds, and then when I get into like a 5-foot range of you, I'll be able to emit damage to your gun. When I back up or you get away from me, then you won't receive damage. So this is a great alternative for businesses in the haunt industry who already tried paintball or airsoft zombie shoots in their corn mazes, haunted houses, trails and walkthroughs, and even those haunted hay rides. When you're doing paintball with those hay rides, people are shooting at a distance. The benefit to this is, as an actor, I can get very close to a customer, and really interactively participate and enjoy the experience. So we supply tactical laser tag equipment to one of the largest haunts in the industry, which is Not Scary Farm. It's in Los Angeles, California. Basically, they're using this concept to bring over 120,000 people in about a month through their amusement park. So they have about 25 people at one time pick up the guns. They go through this haunt where all these actors come out, and the actors are wearing our headsets. They can shoot them, so on and so forth. So that's something that's really cool. Sorry.